Hello crafters, I have come in with a new 3D cutting design for you and I hope you love it. It is perfect for summer and it is so much fun. But first I wanted to share with you, again, I use this Park Lane value cardstock. It is in Joann's right now for 40% off as far as I still know. I do know that today, starting today, Friday and Saturday, they have a 50% off coupon that I received when I actually purchased this. So you probably can find it online as well. This is 102 sheets and look at these colors. So I know I showed this earlier, but I just want to mention that again. So definitely go pick you up one of those because you are missing out if you don't. I'm actually about to go in there and grab another one, but in the like black, gray, white, you know, more like the neutral colors. So anyway, I hope you all love my new little file. This is a lemon shaker boat. It is so much fun. It is so cute. I wanted to let you know that I did layer my leaves with some foam tape, you know, that I get from the Dollar Tree. I absolutely love it. And then I did layer this hello on top of the base of the, well, we're going to say the base of the top, right? The top outline actually has a hello built in it, and I just wanted to accent it. So I added a different color on top. So just like I did with the leaves as well, we have lots of little, well, not really a lot of little layering pieces. This did not take me very long to put together. I think it was longer to do the tutorial than it was to put it together. But anyway, really super easy to put together. You could probably do this probably in maybe an hour, including cutting all the pieces, right? So that's not that bad. Or you could cut them the night before and then work on the project the next day, and it would be like 30 minutes. So easy peasy. Shaker mix. This has a bunch of different shakers in here. I have shakers from Paper Phenomenon, KS Craft, and then of course some little online shops as well. I think Coca Rosa Studios and Michael's. I mean, you know, so many different ones. I just kind of, you know, make a mix that I like. So anyway, I'm sorry for my voice. I don't know why I woke up this morning like this, but anyway, let me, actually, I'll just leave this here for you to see. So I just want to let you know real quick, if you are interested in purchasing this file, I'm going to go ahead and try to do the PayPal way again. Like I said, doing Etsy, they charge for their listing fee. They charge for a fee on top of that. And then they also, if someone pays PayPal, there's a fee on top of that. So honestly, to keep the cost down, instead of me charging like $12, $15 for this, I'm charging $5 PayPal, friends and family only. Now, if you do want an invoice, it will be $6. I'll still do a PayPal invoice. That's okay. And, you know, some people like to have it as a receipt in case they have a business or something. Just want to let you know that you cannot recreate, change these files. These are copyrighted. I always copyright my stuff. But you can make these to sell, right? So as long as it is a tangible physical product, you can sell this in your Etsy shop. You could also turn this into just a shaker itself. Okay, you don't have to have it this big. You can make it a lot smaller. You know, this is why it gives you options to be able to do that. So it's really super easy and a lot of fun to make. So anyway, guys, easy, super easy peasy project. Guys, don't forget to watch the tutorial. That is up next. So first I'm going to do the Cricut tutorial, and then after that you'll see the physical tutorial, and then at the end I'll just, you know, kind of again go over this again in case you forget. But anyway, stay tuned for the tutorial now. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. It really helps build up my algorithm, and I'm really trying to build my channel. So if you could please help me out with that, I would love it. And don't forget to share it too. Okay? Thanks, guys. Okay, crafters, so we're going to go ahead and get started with our Cricut portion of the tutorial. Now, I wanted to let you know that I said I would fix that one piece that goes on the inside of the boat, and I did, and I have the measurements ready in here for you. So let's go ahead and start with the bottom here, which is our base of our shaker box, boat, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so we have our two little lemons here, so you're going to need two of these, right? You're going to want to have them set to 5.5. Make sure this is locked every time, okay, until we get to this one portion. I'll show you in just a minute. So it's going to be 5.5, and then you just automatically allow it to do the 3.789 height, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and turn those off. So you're going to need 2 of those, 4 if you're not using 110 pound cardstock. Sorry. Then you're going to want to have your layering pieces that are actually, well, let me show you really quick. So it's going to go on top, and this is again going to be on the outside of the box, right? Where you're going to see your hello. All right, so that one is going to be 5.25, and then again make sure it's locked, and don't worry about the height, but 3.67 is good, okay? And then again you're going to go ahead and duplicate it so there's 2 of them. All right, and I think I'm just going to leave that one on temporarily. So then we have our inside. So this is going to go on the opposite side of our lemon shaker, right? Boat, and it's going to be this. So this is what you're going to use for your pattern paper, or you can use solid color cardstock. But this one is locked, and you're going to set it to 4.10, and then go ahead and allow it to, it should be really close to 3.589, and then again you're going to duplicate it to make 2. All right, so now I'm going to go back to the outside because most of the layers are for the outside of this. Then we have our lemon shaker. Actually, you know what? Is this a different color? No, it isn't. And the reason why is because I use the same color on top of it. So let me go ahead and turn that off. So on top of that other piece, so basically it's going to be the same width as this one. So if this is 5.5 by 3.79, you're going to need to make this 5.5 by 3.79. Okay. So I wanted to make mine a extra deep shaker, so I went ahead and made 8 of those. Okay. Then next up, you're also, oh, I forgot to mention, you do want to make one of these bases for your acetate for your shaker. If you're not making a shaker, you don't need to worry about that. That's just up to you. And then again, you wouldn't use these pieces as well either. You would only need this one. And again, it's going to be the same size as this one. Okay. So this one is set to 5.5 by 3.79. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and cut, turn that one off, but you'll make 2 of those just to make it a little bit stronger. And these are actually going to go on top of your acetate. You'll see this on the tutorial. And then this is your actual spine for this. Okay, so you're going to actually set this one to 8 inches. Okay, 8. And even so it's going to change it, but you're going to change it back to 2.5. Okay, so I'm going to unlock it, put it 2.5, and then that should be good. And then I'm going to go over here to my score lines, right? Let me turn that on real quick. Okay, so my score lines, it actually automatically set it for me. So hey, that works. I didn't know I was going to do that. And then of course you would group these and then attach. Okay, if you need any help with that, well, you know what, let me just go ahead and show you. How would I say? Detach, and then we're going to ungroup it. And I'm only doing this just to show you. So basically you would have this and your score line, and again, don't forget to put under your operation score, and then you're going to click on both of these with your shift key, right, just like that. So it's going to turn gray, group it, and then attach. All right, now to make sure that it is working, let me go ahead and take that off, and I'm going to hit make it. And that's just so that I can see, yes, score, basic cut. Sometimes it shows a line, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know why that is. But I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. And I'm going to go ahead and turn that off, okay? So then we're going to start working on our leaf. And our leaves, you want to go ahead and make 2 of these or make 4. Actually, I would probably make 4. So you're going to set it to 1.354 by 2.25. And then you're going to do the same for your top layering piece, right? Why is this not set to that? What's, hold on. I must have forgot to put it back. So we have 2.25. Let me go back to this one. 1.354. So I need that one to be 1.3. I'm going to unlock it. 1.354 and lock. Now that should be right. Yep. Okay. So again, go ahead and make 2 of those if you want it extra deep, you know, where the leaves, where the veins show up really well, then do 4. Okay. Let me go ahead and turn that off. And oops, I'm having one of these mornings. Okay. Now, for the inside and the outside of your circle or your spine, you're going to want to have pattern paper. So you're going to need to set that to, let me see, I said 8. So hold on, let me delete this one. I apologize. Okay. So we said 9.75 and the other one is 8 inches. So it's going to be 7.75. And then we're going to lock it. And then I'm going to click over here. I'm going to unlock this again. And I'm going to do this to 1.3. Okay, that should be about right. And then I want to duplicate it because I want one for the outside of my boat and the inside. I mean, you don't have to do that. I just like mine to look pretty decent. Let's see. I'm going to move this down here because I really want it to stay. I like all my pieces to stay together. So that's all you have to do for that. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. And I am going to turn this one back on because I want to see this. All right, and I'm going to change this to flamingo pink. Well, close enough. Okay. And just so that I remember to cut it out in flamingo pink. But basically this one is going to be set to 4.25 by 1.619. Okay. And that pretty much covers right over that little baby right there. And that's it for this tutorial. So easy, guys. Now we'll go ahead and get on into putting it together. Okay guys, let's go ahead and get started with our tutorial. Now, I made my base pieces here for my lemon basket or boat, whatever you want to call a lemon basket, boat. It doesn't have handles, so it holds stuff in there. And again, remember, you can, add handles if you want to. But I'm just going to glue these 2 together because this is probably about 80-pound cardstock, and I really want this to be sturdy. Okay. So I'm just going to glue these 2 together. Let me just grab my, and I'm going to burnish it in so I don't have any bubbles. Put that one aside and continue on. So the dark green I want to be the outside, and the mint green is going to be on the inside. Okay. And you can just do it the same color. I mean, I would have. There just wasn't as many green sheets, and I guess it was kind of weird. There was not an even number of sheets from what I could tell. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put these up there because I know I'm done with those. Let me go ahead and get my leaves together. So I have my base and my top. You can also make these a shaker if you want to. I am not, because I'm making this piece a shaker, right? I don't want to have too many shakies going on, right? So I'm going to go ahead and match up my sides first so I know what I'm doing. And I'm just giving this a little more depth. You do not have to do this. You could probably just do it one more time, you know, just one time, and it wouldn't be a big deal. So but since this is going to be hanging off my little boat, I do want it to be a little bit stronger. So I made 4 base pieces, which will create 2. And let me burnish that in. Don't even let me lie. Don't let me skip any steps. Okay. And I'm going to match that up. Okay. This is so easy to put together, guys. Absolute no-brainer. Now remember, if you were going to have acetate under this, you would want to wait a minute before placing it down, you know, just to let the glue dry a little bit so that it won't smear. Okay, you go ahead and put these 2 together. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue these 2 together. Now, if you are worried about the little white edges because this paper is not green all the way through, go ahead and use your Tim Holtz ink or whatever you're going to use, Distress inks, first before attaching this, because then you're not going to be able to get into those crevices without staining the other color, okay? And I'm just kind of going over this quickly because it's not a shaker, so I don't have to worry about it that much. Okay, burnish it in. And now I can set my leaves aside. Now, the next thing I want to work on is my binding, right? So the bumpy side up, how shall I say? No, the indentation side up. You're going to go ahead and use your, where is what did I do with it? Guys, I'm going crazy. My bone folder. Okay, we'll just use this for giggles, okay? So basically, I already did it ahead of time. You're going to want to go ahead and run this so it kind of has a little curly Q to it. You're going to do the same thing with your pattern paper that's going to go on the outside and the inside, right? And we're going to go ahead and fold on those score lines. Fold it down. I'm just getting it started first on my edge here. Let's see if I can show you. There we go. I always get started on the edge and then let's see. There we go. And then I can go and fold it all the way in. It's just whatever works for you, whatever is easier. You're just folding in on that score line. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing on this side. So if you feel more comfortable taking a ruler and starting it out just like so, you can pretty much do that along the whole edge. But I prefer this. Actually, I'm going to move it down a little bit. I hope that's okay with you. This edge on my desk is a little bit deeper for me so I can fold it over better. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and no idea what happened to my little bone folder. That's craziness. Okay. The next thing I want you to do is prepare these pieces as well. And like I said, you're going to want to make them curly Q. Not too curly, just want to get it so that it's easier to work with. So I'm going to go put it on this side. And I'm going to get some tape first. I realized yesterday when I was doing my tutorial, I should have used the opposite side. I'm not use the opposite side, but I should have used the tape. Just as a permanent, you know, stick down, right? And I just did that crooked. Yay! Hold on one second. Okay. And then I'm going to do another one. Well, actually, let me turn this around. I'm going to try to get close to the edge here. And trim it. And actually, I'm going to pull this off and run it down the center. Anything that's overhanging, go ahead and move it onto the to the sticky side. Okay. Like here, I have this little edge that needs to be flipped over onto this side, or you can just trim it off. That's up to you. I'm going to peel this back. Then I'm just going to cover the area that I did not add the tape on. And hopefully my next piece I'll do better. You know what? I'm going to get some scissors here and trim this a little bit. I don't like how it's... There we go. That's better. Yep. Okay. Now again, if you live in a dry area with very low humidity, you do not need to use glue, but I also like to use glue as a ability to move it quickly if I need to. So all right, let me open this up. Okay, and I'm just going to, oops, center it is, ooh, it's a little bit over. Yep. Hold on, guys. I'm going to have to trim some of this off. Give me a second. Okay, I quickly trimmed some of this off, and so I'm okay with how it is now. Alrighty then. Now, just going to pull it away from the edge a little bit. And I want to get it right in the center there. I'll work my way over to the edge here. Okie dokie. Now guys, you may need to trim some of this off, so be prepared for that. I probably should have moved it down a little bit more, but that's okay. All right, now we're going to do the inside. So again, I'm going to put the, how do you say, curved side upwards, right? And so I don't waste my tape, I'm going to trim this one as well. Oops. There we go. Whoa, hold on. Let me peel this back so I see that I didn't do a good job burnishing it in. Just love sticking in my hand, huh? Okay, and then one more just to get on that very edge there. Okay, again, if you have any hanging over, go ahead and trim it off now. I have like a little smidge. Okay. Round it a little bit. This time I'm hoping to get it right. Have my glue on there. There we go. I'm going to go in a little bit further than I did last time. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay, let me burnish it in really well. Get rid of any of the excess glue. And then we're going to take that tape. I'm going to use a smaller size, about 1/4 inch. And go right here on the edge of the binding. Probably could have done a little better than that. I don't know what my problem is today. Okay. All right, I'll probably add a little bit more just before I get started. I'm going to go ahead and let this dry, right? Because if I don't, it's going to wrinkle. Okay. Put that aside, and then I'm going to grab my other pieces right here, which is my top layering pieces, right? I decided to choose this lighter yellow, so I'm going to go ahead and add this on here, and I'm just going to center it. So this is where I'm going to do my shaker piece. Okay, let me go ahead and do this one real fast. Alrighty, burnish it in. Okay, now which one do I like more than the other? I think I'm going to go with this one. Okay, so now, oh, I forgot to cut my acetate piece. Oh boy. Okay, well, in the meantime, I went ahead and cut 8 of these, which is the outline without the hello on it. Again, I wanted to match this little lemon color, or light lemon is the way I would put it, baby yellow. And then I'm going to go ahead and place it down. Okay. It looks so cute. Okay. I'm going to clean up any glue. Because your little shaker pieces will get stuck. And then I did 2 of these as you saw in the video. I've already glued those together. And now I'm just going to do my layering piece. And then I'll cut my acetate piece, be back, and I will attach that. And I literally have it going, not like my Mickey. This one is pretty much directly over my word. I just kind of like that little accent color on top. Okay, so it's pretty darn close. I probably could have done a little better, but I didn't make these at the same time, so this was kind of like an afterthought. I love it. Okay. Now, let me go ahead and make my acetate. I'll be back. Okay, so I'm happy with how my shaker mix turned out, and I went ahead and created my acetate, right? I did a little boo-boo. Make sure when you do your acetate, you use the deep cut blade, right? Otherwise, you're going to have issues. Okay, so I always put this piece of tape on the side that I treated with my Nuvo Plastic Clean and Shine #1. And I'm going to go ahead and add my glue here. Sorry, my son is talking. He's playing his video games again. Yay! Okay. I see I got some glue down there. Oops. Yeah, add a little more glue here because I don't want this to lift. Okay. So I'm just going to go around with my finger one time. And then I'm going to come around again. Okay, so sorry he's being loud. Hopefully you can't hear him. Okay, so I'm going to put it on pause again and let it dry for another probably about 30 seconds. Okay, that looks pretty good. And I'm just going to try to evenly place this on here. I don't want to smear it too much because see how I already got glue there? You go ahead and lift this off. Just kind of pat it down at first, just to make sure that it catches. Look, I got a lot of excess glue, but I can clean that up. Okay, now I can come back through and press it down pretty good. Yeah, I sure did get a lot of excess glue. That was a big boo-boo, guys. Try not to do that. Make sure that area is clean. And I'm going to grab my little piece here, my clay tool, and grab up any of the excess glue first. Let's see what we've got here. Then I can come back around here. You should really wait for it to dry, but I'm impatient. But it really is best to come back around once it's dry and then use the little towel to keep it, get the little dried glue off. But oh my gosh, I love how this is looking. There we go. Now I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to bring this closer to me. Oops, I got a runaway star. Be sure that you don't have any glitter or anything hanging over the edge. Actually, glitter is probably the worst to use because it always gets on this edge and you do not want that. But I need to make it where it would be a shaky. You know what I mean? Because otherwise the static sometimes will affect that. So I'm going to go ahead and go around, and I'm doing it in a circular motion. That way I can get all around that 1/4 inch base. Your 1/4 inch edge. And come back around again. I'm probably using too much glue again, but I just don't want any lifting because then all my shaker pieces will fall out. I'm going to let it dry for a second and then I'll be back. Okay, I think we're good to go. And I can go ahead and just lay this on top. Again, I'm going to press it down lightly. Just want it to catch. Oops, yuck. Hold on, guys. Try not to ever do this, because once you get it down, I should have left it alone. Okay. I'm just going to let that dry in there. All right, I'm going to let this dry and then I'll be back. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put my binding on. I'm going to go ahead and take off this little strip here. Oops, this is stuck. Okay, so I want you to start off with this little edge right here and just go in just a smidge. And then we're just going to start coming out to the edge here of our circle, okay? Not circle, but it's kind of like an oval. I'm actually going to move it in a little bit more because I don't want my edge to come outside of the box. Okay. I'm just going to work my way around slowly but surely. Okay. Now again, I have not made this one before, so I'm not sure if we're going to need all of this or not. Burnish it in a little bit at a time. Okay, keep going. Okay, keep going. And it looks like we're going to get to cut some of this off here. I'm going to move it in a little bit. I'm trying to match what I have over here as closely as I can. Whoa, oops. I'm just knocking stuff everywhere, guys. Alrighty then. So I think I can take off probably right about here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. And for each of y'all, depending on how you do it, it's probably going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And, oops, do it as straight as I can in one cut. Let me go ahead and get my glue on these pieces. I'll have to do it from under here. Okay. And then don't go inside a little bit. Oops. That little piece. Let me wipe off that excess glue. I'm just going to push that around. And again, wipe off the excess glue. And then come around and burnish it in from the inside. And I'm super happy with how this looks so far. We're doing good. Can throw that excess away. And now I'm going to come back in. I'm going to get my scissors. I need my Tim Holtz scissors because they don't stick to the tape. And I'm just going to make little slits. Actually, you know what? Let me do it after I do this. You guys are like, what are you doing? Let me do that first. Okay. Now I come in here and do my slits. And this is just going to make my life a whole lot easier because these will kind of start bending in really a lot easier than what I started with, okay? And that's what I want. And again, I have to wait, so I will be back. Gotta wait for my shaker to dry. Okay, I did realize I can go ahead and put in my centerpiece, and I did not think about this until just now, so I will fix that in the file. So we're just going to need an oval for the other inside pieces, right? For now, I'm just going to trim this because for video sakes. For some odd reason, when I first thought about designing this, I thought that I would be able to get that edge right around here, but then it's just too wide, right? So I would need this to be tapered and narrow, and that's kind of difficult to do. Okay, so we'll just go on the inside here. And maybe I need a little smaller. Okay. You know what? Should I do this on the inside? No. Okay. Just burnish that in. And now we're going to go ahead and add our glue here. And again, we're going to do that little squeeze that we did before. Well, I'll have to do the squeeze afterwards. Hold on. Let me see what I'm doing here. I want to make sure that this is lined up. Okay, hold on, guys. Let's see how far I'm off. I think it's best to do that first. Let's see, how off is that? See, it's hard for me to tell. It is off. Yikes. I'm gonna flip it over, guys. And I'm gonna stand up so I can see what I'm doing. I think I did good. Okay. All right, I'm just kind of burnishing it in on the inside. Hopefully this is not completely off. Got a little excess dried glue there. And I'm just going to go in there with my finger and do it. It is super cute, guys. I love it. Okay, I'm not that far off, guys. So really, honestly, I think it works. Love it. Okay, now all we have to do is add on our little leaves. I'm almost wondering if I should have made those a little smaller. Let's see. What do y'all think? You think that's too big? Maybe. Well, guys, I'm going to eyeball this and then I'll be back. One more thing I forgot. In the meantime, I can go ahead and add in the inner circle of my lemon. Or old. Okay, let's see. Okay, I definitely think I'm going to redo the leaves. I'll be back. Comment and on this video and also on my Instagram, which is also Salty Beach Scrapper, not with an S at the end for that. But anyway, I just wanted to, kind of helps build up the algorithms. I want to grow my channel and I hope you all are liking what you're seeing. If you are, please help support me. Even if you can't purchase the file, please go ahead and leave a comment so that it'll bump it up in the algorithms. And, right now, YouTube is set up where they only really help out the larger channels. So anyway, I will see you all again soon, like really soon. Bye, guys.